Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Rodriguez and I work for Schlumberger. It's an oil field services company. I am the North America East Manager and I oversee our operations in South Texas, Longview, Texas, Oklahoma City, and then the Northeast, which is primarily our operations in Pennsylvania. So what does a typical day look like for you at the entry level and then at my current role? So at the entry level, assuming that you start off as a field engineer, the days are very early. So typically it's a 0600 that you're showing up to work, and then you can expect to work a 12 to a 14-hour shift. So what happens is you get to the rig site or to the shop, and we always start off with the safety meeting. We go over the hazards of the work that we're about to perform. We review the procedure for the work that we're going to do, develop the plan, and then execute, right? We take care of the work. And then once you're done, we do a quality check, not just with the customer, but maybe with the lead or a supervisor to confirm everything's been done according to the procedure. And then we close out that job. And like I said, it could be a 12, 14, 16-hour day. And after you're done, you have enough time to go home, eat, shower, and then sleep and do it all over again. Now in my current role, it's primarily office-based, so I'm not working in the field anymore. But I would say that the days are still very early. I typically start at about 0700 because I find that the first 2 hours of the day are the most productive hours for me. I can, either respond to the key emails or brainstorm about different things or really lay out my plan for the day and the rest of the week. And then the rest of the schedule is typically I'm participating in meetings or phone calls. Reviewing our financials, discussing, key decisions that we're making for the business. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays of the week, I always love to spend them out in the field. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll visit a shop or I'll go with one of our technicians out to the field. And I just want to see what they're doing, right? And it allows me to find out the challenges that they're facing, as well as areas that I need to support them or support their managers so that they can help them in doing their job. So in Schlumberger, the work environment is fast-paced, it is constantly changing, and then it's global. So what level of education is required for someone wanting to join Schlumberger? We typically look for people with a 4-year bachelor's. And some of the universities that we recruit from heavily in the state of Texas are the University of Texas, Texas A&M, Texas Tech, the University of Houston. Those are some of the primary ones just because they're so large. And we normally look for people with engineering degrees, whether they're mechanical engineering, industrial engineering, electrical engineering. And this is primarily for people wanting to enter our field engineering program, which is the group that we develop to become future leaders and managers in our organization. And to me, the skills are more important than the degree plan. Like I said, my degree is in philosophy. You would not expect me to be in the oil and gas industry. But the skills that I built in the Marine Corps, I think are what really helped me land my job. And what are some of those skills that I'm talking about? For us, it would be initiative, resilience, a focus on self-development, and then a track record of proven success. And you're going to find while you're in your profession, the learning never stops. I dedicate 1 hour every single week to building a new skill. And that's just what I do personally. Another thing that's important is the United States used to rely, it was primarily an importer of oil. Thanks to what we've been able to do in the United States, particularly in the Eagle Ford Shale, which is in South Texas, in the Permian Basin, we're able to provide all of the oil that we use in the United States. And so that gives us an economic independence. And at the same time, it allows us to provide economic opportunities to individuals because you can have a very good career, make a great salary, especially if you're in a trade that's valuable. When I joined the Marine Corps, I was just focused on doing my job to the best of my abilities, working hard, and those are all things that you should do, right? It wasn't until my 3rd year that I really came to understand the importance of having a mentor. And it was, I'm glad that I got that experience because I think it's what's really propelled me and helped me in my career with Schlumberger. A mentor is someone that you can go to on a regular basis and share your thoughts, get ideas from them, ask for their guidance. A mentor also is your advocate. And so this is someone that, if they're in your company, they're also talking about you. Anytime they say, hey, we need a manager to do this, or we need someone that has this skill set, that mentor can be the one that says, Daniel's perfect for it. Daniel's been wanting to do that. And so it's really important for you to build those meaningful relationships. Someone that is there to support you, someone that you trust, someone that can guide you. And so ideally you would want to have someone within your organization, but it can be someone even outside that's, further ahead in their career. And it's a resource that you leverage. And the important thing is that you actually leverage it. I check in with my mentor at least once a quarter. And it's normally to share updates on how I've been doing. I ask them questions on a more regular basis, but usually a formal check-in once a quarter where I talk to them about things that have been going on, challenges that I'm facing, and ask for their advice. So do you have any helpful suggestions for high school or college students who are interested in pursuing your profession? Sure. I've got 4 of them that I'll give you. The first one is volunteer for leadership roles. The next one is take a finance or accounting course. Number 3 is develop strong Excel skills. And then number 4, gain hands-on experience in a manufacturing or shop setting. So what advice would you give to a first-generation student looking to build a successful career? I'd give you 3 points of advice. Number 1, build a support network. Number 2, separate yourself from negative influences. And then number 3, put yourself out there and take risks. So what's a last little piece of advice that you would offer? One thing that I've lived by and I try to share to most people, it doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish. If I would have just focused on the failure that I experienced early on, I never would have gotten to where I'm at now. And I've taken that lesson. A lot of times I show up and I'm not the smartest person. I show up and I'm not prepared, or I show up and I'm not the ideal candidate. But I outwork everyone else. I look at where I want to go and I make a plan and I say, you know what? I'm going to continue to work. I'm going to continue to develop in these areas. And then I'm going to find myself right where I need to be. And so I always tell people, it doesn't matter where you start. It matters where you finish. And where you finish is 100% up to you. Wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.